Darn it, it's colder out here, not warmer. I was hoping it would be warmer on this side of the hill, but it is not. Bogus. So what's up? I actually have stuff to talk about. I actually have a piece of tape on my freaking tank for once. Haven't had that in a long time. I actually thought of a few things that I wanted to talk about. I'm gonna put them all together in one video though. I'm not gonna do individual short little videos anymore. The first thing I wanted to talk about was helmets, because I was talking to a guy up in the canyon a couple weekends ago, and he was from out of state, and I think he was from Florida, and we started talking about helmets, and he made the comment like, you know, if you didn't have to, you wouldn't wear one. And I was like, au contraire, dude. Every time I ride, something hits my freaking visor or my helmet so hard, it's like bam, you know, like scares the crap out of me. And I'm really glad that I have this helmet on, you know, just like to protect my face and my eyes and stuff from objects that are flying through the air, you know. But in addition to that, it's like I've seen more than once, like more than one different case, like on the news, of where, say for example, like an old man, okay, he like passes out, you know, like if he passed out in the middle of the room and just like fell down on the carpet, he'd wake up like 5-10 minutes later and be like, oh damn, what happened, you know. But instead this guy passes out in his living room and he hits his head like on the corner of the coffee table and it kills him, you know. And a very good example of freaking what a helmet can do for you, or I should say a very good example of how fragile our heads are, you know what I mean. And then another example is I seen on the news really not too long ago, a couple of guys got in a fight at a bar, and the one guy punched the other guy, you know, like knocked him out, boom, like chin shot. But when the guy like fell down, he hit his head like on the concrete or whatever, like they were outside like in the parking lot, and the dude ended up dying. And then the person that punched him, instead of just being like the winner of a fist fight, you're now a murderer and you're going to freaking prison. So it's crazy, man, you know, like how fragile our heads can be sometimes. And one good point that he made is he goes, you just don't think any big deal out of it because you've been in California your whole life, you know. And like even when you were riding dirt bikes, he's like, if you were riding around like on like an OHV area or like out in the desert or something, and like one of the sheriffs saw you like without a helmet, you'd get a big ticket here in California. And I don't know, they might even make you like park your bike and freaking have your friend like go get the truck or go get a helmet for you or something. You know, it's like they will not let you ride without a freaking helmet here in California, and even off-road. So he did have a good point. He's like, you've never felt what it was like not to. And I go, dude, honestly, I've felt what it's like not to on my bicycle. And there were a few times that I've crashed on my bicycle and hit my head so freaking hard, dude. Like one time I hit my head super hard and I should have had a helmet on and I didn't. And another time I hit my head so freaking hard, I had a full face helmet on, it ripped the jaw piece off of the freaking helmet, dude. It was like an old BMX helmet, like full face, and it ripped the freaking jaw piece off of the helmet, dude. You know, and just imagine like what that would have done to my face or my nose or whatever if I didn't have that on. Dude, I would have freaking gotten really, really hurt. The second thing I wanted to talk about is haters. I wanted to talk about haters. I already made a video about this a long time ago, I think. But it just, there was a guy that came into our shop and he had a brand new Chevy truck. And it was like lifted, it was 4-wheel drive. It's like the full deluxe version with like leather interior and everything, and it's a diesel engine. So it's like the freaking top of the line that you can get, dude. It's like this gunmetal gray, metallic gray, looks bitchin', dude. It's like rad, dude. And start talking to him about it, and he's like, yeah, he's like, it was it's 60 grand. He's like, it came out to, he's like, my payments are like $1,000 a month for 5 years, 60 grand even, you know, that's like including the interest and everything. He's like, it's just That's what it is. And like everyone in there, like that I work with, everyone in the shop, as soon as he left, they're like, oh man, I can't imagine spending, dude, what an idiot, you know, like I can't. And I'm like, dude, why are you guys freaking hating on this dude? In 5 years, he'll have that truck paid off, and he'll be driving it for another 15 years after that, freaking free, you know? He'll have a badass truck for like the next 20 years, you know? It's probably like he's never gonna have to buy a new vehicle again, dude. This is like the last thing that he'll ever have to buy. I was the only person who was like, hell yeah, dude, that's badass, congratulations, you know? Like everybody else was like, dude, what an idiot. And I'm just like, dude, you guys are freaking haters, you know? Like, wait, I don't get it, dude. It's the way they were talking, hating on this guy. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, you guys really would not like the Rock Store then, because every weekend that I'm up there, some fancy new thing will pull up, you know, like say like a Ford Raptor or a brand new Porsche or some brand new Mercedes pull up, and then like one of the guys that we know will hop out and be like, dude, look what I just bought. And we're like, oh yeah, dude, you know, like, and then there'll be a few guys that are just like, whatever, and they'll go inside the cafe. I'm to the point now, I totally hate haters, dude. I cannot stand people who have a bad attitude towards someone who got where they are because they worked their ass off, and they try to take something away from that because they're jealous, or because they're not doing as good, or simply because they're too lazy to make the changes or put in the effort to actually get to the point where that other person is in life. And last but definitely not least, I would like to talk about discrimination. And everybody is told not to discriminate. You shouldn't discriminate against people. And I don't know, I discriminate against people all the time. And I think it's a very good thing to do. And I think it's a very good way to stay safe and to stay out of trouble. But don't get me wrong, I do not discriminate against people because of the color of their skin, or because of where they're from, or their religion, or anything like that. Like, I discriminate against people who are idiots, who are freaking losers, who are gonna drag me down and bring trouble and problems into my life and drain my freaking time and energy and money. And I stay away from those people. And I honestly think that if you can't find good people to hang out with, you can't find quality friends, you're better off alone. Don't be so desperate to have friends that you're willing to hang out with freaking losers. And I mean, I grew up that way. I always wanted friends, and it didn't matter to me like who someone was, I'd hang out with them. But because of that, I started hanging out with like some losers, and I thought to myself, it's not a big deal that this guy's a loser because I'm not a loser. You know, I always thought that like if you were a good person, that you could hang out with a bad person and bring them up or make their life better. And it's not that way. It's the other way around. It's, you could be the best person in the world, and if you surround yourself with losers, you will become a loser. And that's the way it goes. And it's funny because I was talking to a guy up in the canyon over the weekend, like one of the older guys that I hang out with at the Rock Store. And these old guys are smart, dude. These old guys are so freaking smart. He goes, yeah, he goes, like they always say, like, you know, a friend is someone who will be there like when you're down, you know, like when you're having a bad day, they'll listen to your sad story or something like that. He goes, dude, anyone will do that because it makes them feel better about themselves. He's a real friend is someone who will party with you. A real friend is someone that you could come to them and you could be like, dude, I just got a new job and I'm making freaking $500,000 a year. And they'd be like, hell yeah, dude, let's go out to dinner. They wouldn't be like, oh, must be nice, you know, like so many people would. You know, so many people, they just that quick, huh, must be nice to freaking, yeah, be that lucky or whatever, you know, like act like you've like somehow got it made and they don't or something. And I don't, dude, it sucks. I hate it when people act like that. As soon as you have something shiny and new, they don't want to hang out with you. You know what I mean? Like, they'll be your friend and listen to your sad story because it makes them feel better about their sad life or whatever. But as soon as you're doing good, they're not a real friend because they don't want to party with you. And when that guy told me, you know, like that old dude told me that, dude, it makes a lot of sense, man. I've actually heard it said before that you become like the 5 people, like the sum of the 5 people that you hang out with most. So think about, who do you hang out with the most? That is who you're going to become like. And if you hang out with a bunch of people who complain about not feeling good, or not having money, or not having time, or how, dude, no matter what I do, I'm always late to work. You hang out with people like that, you're gonna freaking be exactly like that. You're gonna be a loser. So that's what I discovered, is if there's someone in your life that is like that, that's always complaining about how they feel, oh, I don't feel good, or I'm broke as a joke, man, I don't have any money no matter what, dude. If you have someone in your life that talks like that, get them out of your life, dude. Right now, today. That's my advice. Erase that person's number from your phone and stop hanging out with people like that. So that's my video for today. Those 3 topics that I really wanted to talk about. The last one especially, you know, that's something that I really wish someone would have clued me in on a long time ago. You know, is tell someone that you had a bad day at work. They'll be the best friend you ever had. They'll be like, oh, it's all right, man, that happens to me too, you know, this and that. Tell someone you just got a raise. Tell someone you just got a $10 an hour raise. You know, like, tell someone you just got a $100,000 bonus. And then see their reaction. See if they're still just as caring and interested in what you have to say. So, I'll talk to you guys later. You have a great day. Peace.